is a clear light sauna. We're gonna give it a few minutes to warm up. I'm gonna go change out, put my robe on, spread my butt apart from my OnlyFans, do the cold shower, my balls. Basically everything that is in line with the modern day liberal is wrong. My ass feel like it's gonna fall off. Some people don't want abs. Some people also like to have big old man tits.
Man tits.
Man tits. Man tits.
Alright, that look good. Just by not doing drugs, you're more successful than like 70% of the people you're gonna graduate with. They're telling you our basic biological makeup is like wrong. I never thought in my life that this would ever be up for debate. I'm not a professional boxer by any means. I'm actually a terrible boxer.
Yo, all your bitches got the green, bro.
I like boxing for cardio purposes. Just a fun way to exercise.
People worship these idols till they come in contact with God. Hosts all my disciples, you get mind fucked with these bras. Life's just recital. When I die, throw a couple bad bitches in my casket.
Martial arts is kind of like a gun. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I make sure that I train a lot of martial arts. Good for your mind, good for your body. But I have no desire to go in and try to fight professionally. I'm 30 years old. My fighting days are long gone. Yeah, it's also good to know, just in case some crazy asshole catches you in a social setting and tries to muscle you around, what are you gonna be able to do about it? You're gonna be their bitch. That's why I say it's really important for men and women to have a good understanding of martial arts. Everybody needs to incorporate some sort of martial art into their training, probably ground fighting and striking. There's a lot of different types of striking you can do, a lot of different types of ground fighting you can do. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing are definitely probably where you want to start. So what I like to do is start with good head movement and straight punches. We do a 2-minute round.
I just popped in. Me and bro don't talk every day, but we locked in. Hey, don't ask me about no niggas you don't see me with. She like, did you see Power? I don't watch TV, bitch. Don't know me from a can of paint, but she do know that this bread right. I ain't fuck your bitch, but I do know what that head like. We got a problem with you saying like, what? Green light, I got a 40 with a red light. Blick with the beam, baked drip, and Supreme. Big stick in my jeans, you can't get in between. My circle is too tight. Hey, people like Moonlight, fuck niggas, we can't unite. Fuck, we come tonight.
Control the bag.
Like that young nigga, they're policy.
I don't want the bag to swing too much on me.
I got rich and cleaned them up, yeah, now we poppin'. They respect me in my hood, so they acknowledge. I ain't plain Jane and shit, I ain't modest. Foreign spider in that coupe, I think she Scottish. Give me smarts, give me brain, give me knowledge. Baby, come.
So I'll move from straight punches, do the same thing, work on head movement, but I'm gonna start incorporating hooks and uppercut. I learned this from my buddy Ken. He's a pretty good boxer in his own right. He's spent a lot of time in boxing gyms. He's from the Philippines. Boxing's really big in the Philippines. And he basically showed me this boxing routine, this workout. It works quite well. Go in for another 2 minutes here. I'm gonna work hooks and uppercuts, head movement, and a few straight punches. So.
We gon' rock out. In Miami, rolling loud, I got that Glock out. If I was at home before 10, I got locked out. College had so many hoes, I hate I dropped out. Really could've been my case, I hate I copped out. If I was there, she would've lived, I hate I hopped out. They take a pic outside and leave these niggas not out. They keep that halo key, they better not let me find out. Don't let me find out. Don't let me find out. Don't let me find out. Better not let me find out. Don't let me find out. Don't let me find out.
Sorry, catch up with me now.
Don't let me find out. They better not let me find out. Green light, I got a 40 with a red light. Red light, red light. Red light, red light, red light. Got a 40 with a red light. Red light.
Good little burnout right there at the end. Burning's starting to get me. day-to-day life is stressful. It gets a lot of anxiety. We got all these different things coming at us 24/7. If you're not doing things to control your anxiety and your stress and your depression and all these negative feelings that people feel, you gotta do something about it. You gotta be aware of them, and you gotta be actively doing something to mitigate them, keep them under control. Because if you're not, you're probably adding to them, and the more you add to your problems, they're probably gonna get worse. I've found that good exercise, cold therapy, sitting in a sauna, doing the sensory deprivation things, stuff like that has really helped keep me grounded, keep me centered. I mean, I still lose my shit. Not gonna lie, I still get real mad and I throw a fit, but it seems like whenever I do lose my cool, it's for a shorter amount of time. I can pull my shit back together a lot quicker than what I could before.
Drinking dope, turn me to a superhero, yeah, yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero, yeah, yeah. Roll my 90s, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Metro, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah, yeah. Candy in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young nigga made, spraying on the crowd, take to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my bitch is a star. Nigga get rich, better take you to war. Piss on you.
I'm hairy, I'm like Sasquatch. I used to trim it up, but not anymore. I'm 30, I'll just be hairy. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I've always had a hard time like having like any sort of definition in my chest. Always had a small chest. I've always been kind of a small guy. Here's what it is. Right before I got here and I ate a burger. I've been getting better with the diet, but still kind of iffy.
Casket, shoot at your bra. Do you something nasty, roll you in a car. Bitch get graphic, fuck me in the car. I get your brand new roller tomorrow. I put that brand new roll on your arm. I ain't moving slow, but I'm still on R. Tennis bracelets and they came with the frost. Cuban links all the way up to your jaw. Step up the swag when I step on a bra. $2 a half, ooh that's the cheapest one. Stacking these oranges up like coupons.
Trying to stay between 12 and 15 on all my sets. I go for that higher rep range. I'm not a huge fucking guy, so I lift lighter, do more reps. You need to do build size. I'm like, dude, I'm 5'9", 145 pounds. I'm never gonna be big and scary. It's just not gonna happen.
Told you from the beginning, upper echelon. I get the stacking up, I'm untouchable. I get to represent money multiple. I'm at the top of the charts, unapproachable. Bread by the loaf, turbo the motor, tic-tac-toe. Kill another vulture, selling their bowls. Bitch do yogas, I deserve rewards. Serving these boulders, 100 grand large when I shop, that's a total. Fill up the garage, bitch I'm a mogul. Ain't no facade, ain't no fugazi. I jump it off, I get paid. Drop top rust, I'm going crazy. I push off, smoking on haze. Not trying to floss, Cartier shades. Candy in the cup, gotta get paid. King in the streets, young nigga made.
Probably should have took a little bit more of a break there. The best workout you can do for your abs, diet. The best thing I ever did for my abs was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Made my core 10 times stronger. Abs were way more defined. Whenever I'm training Jiu-Jitsu all the time, I always have like a real good six-pack going. This kind of stuff, hanging, sit-ups, shit like that, it helps too. All boils down to that diet. If you're gonna eat shitty, you ain't gonna have no abs. Some people don't want abs. Some people also like to have big old man tits.
Man tits.
Man tits.
Whatever you want. I've went like weeks straight where I just didn't exercise, didn't eat healthy, drank a lot. Dude, I was miserable.
Take to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my bitch is a star. Nigga get rich, better take you to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra. Do you something nasty, roll you in a car. Bitch get graphic, fuck me in the car. I get your brand new roller tomorrow. I put that brand new roll on your arm. I ain't moving slow, but I'm still on R. Tennis bracelets and they came with the frost. Cuban links all the way up to your jaw. Step up the swag when I step on a bra.
Top night feeling, tie you be a hero, but live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
I graduated 13 years ago in May, so in 2 months it'll be 13 years. Time flies, kids. Stay away from drugs. That's all you really need to know about life is just don't fucking do drugs. Just by not doing drugs, you're more successful than like 70% of the people you're gonna graduate with. We in the sauna room. This is a clear light sauna, only at the Muscle Bar in Sullivan, Missouri. So we're gonna crank this thing up. We want it to be on full blast. And we're gonna crank up the time here. We're gonna give it a few minutes to warm up. I'm gonna go change out, put my robe on, spread my butt apart from my OnlyFans, and then we'll be back. All sweated out. Let's see what we weigh. 59.
Even.
Do the cold shower. I'm gonna keep it warm and then I'm gonna slowly kick it down and then we'll do 2 minutes with it as cold as I can get it. That's how I do my cold shower. Try not to be all perverted. Look at my junk, my booty. This is actually mine, I left it here. Community scrubby, y'all are welcome. Crank her down a little bit here, start to cool it off. Ooh. My balls. You'd be surprised, like when the water starts to get colder on you, it doesn't take very long for you to get accustomed to that new temperature. It actually feels kind of good, kind of feels like a pool. Crank her down just a little bit more. Oh, okay, there it goes. That made my hair stand up a little bit. Something that's really important when you're doing a cold shower, from my understanding, you let your own body warm itself back up. You don't want to do a cold shower and then put the water back to warm. You want to let your body naturally bring itself back up to temperature. So I'm starting to get used to this. We're going to crank this down again. So we're not even to the part where I'm actually going to time yet. So we're still getting down to like that cold temperature that I'm actually going to try to do the full 2 minutes. So going down a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that's substantially colder. My ass feels like it's gonna fall off.
3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. How was that?
That was bad. Not awful, but it was like when it got really cold, it started to really take my breath away, and I started to feel like I was gonna pass out. I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I can make it for another 2 minutes. Now here's the hard part. You want to try to warm your body up. Like, I want to just crank it up as hot as I can, or go sit back in that sauna, or at least put a fucking towel on. Alright, look good.
Oh yeah.
Just a 6.
Yeah, you got them hard nips, hard abs.
Alright, so recap what we did. We got here, we did a little bit of cardio, did a little bit too much cardio for what I wanted to do right before going to lift weights. I didn't go too hard, I was able to get through my workout. I could tell that I did a little bit too much cardio, but still got through the workout, got a good pump. 30 minutes in the sauna, then I did like a 5-minute cold shower with 2 minutes that were really, really cold. So we're gonna go back to my office and close out the video there. Welcome to the office. Joe Davis, building an empire from garbage to gold. So what does garbage to gold mean? Like, what is the meaning behind that? It means a lot to me because my life was once garbage. I've been to some bad places in my life. I was fortunate enough to work really hard and pull myself out of some of those problems and build an actually decent life for myself. Building an empire and from garbage to gold, it just has always been something that kind of stuck with me. I've done that with my life. I'm in real estate and I develop property, and I take shitty property, garbage property, and I develop it into something really nice, taking it from garbage to gold. Kind of coined the phrase off of Ben Mala, also a great real estate developer, and he says that a lot. You'll hear him in his videos. He's like, we're taking this property from garbage to gold. I really like that, and I've kind of modeled myself after him. I'm not quite on his level, obviously. I'm a lot younger. I'm just getting going in my real estate investment career, but even though I've only been doing it just a couple of years, I have a 16-unit apartment complex, I have a 15-acre mobile home park, flipped several houses, I have a real estate brokerage that's doing pretty well. In a short amount of time, I've managed to go from no money to making a very good 6-figure living for myself. I feel like there needs to be more people like me out there doing things like this and then sharing this on the internet. There seems to be a lot of negative media out there, like the stuff that's on the news, the stuff that's on TV, even social media is just full of bullshit, and the stuff that they push on us, I really don't feel like is good for your mental. There is a push in this country, an actual agenda. I know there's an agenda in this country by a small group of people to essentially destroy the human spirit. There's not enough people out there online pushing back on this. There are some people that are, but there's not enough. There's not enough good people taking it upon themselves to push back on this and show people that, hey, this isn't right, that you are powerful, that you shouldn't destroy your body. You should take good care of yourself, be in a good mental place. Popping pills is not a good way to deal with your anxiety and depression. There are positive ways of doing that, like exercise, proper breathing, and there's all kinds of good, healthy ways to deal with the problems that humans face on a day-to-day basis to manage our stress that they're not telling you, because they want you to be stressed. They want you to be fucking miserable, and they want you to destroy your life. And the higher your frequency is, and if you're doing things that raise your frequency, the better you are and the more independent you are. If you're operating from high frequency, you are not somebody that can be controlled. You're not a docile little sheep. You're harder to be controlled, and that is what they want. The powers that be want to control us. They want to control men, they want to control women, they want to control children. And I just feel like there needs to be more people that are successful, young people like myself, that can help the upcoming generation realize that, hey, there is a war going on for your mind, and you need to be pushing back on this. Don't want to be somebody that buys into the idea that masculinity is somehow toxic. Basically, everything that is in line with the modern day liberal is wrong. The extreme left and the extreme right. If you're on the extreme side of anything, obviously that's not a good place to be. Normal people are right there in the middle. The people on the left are louder than everyone else. If we keep going in this direction, we're not gonna make it much longer. They're making men and women hate each other. They're telling you our basic biological makeup is like wrong. I never thought in my life that this would ever be up for debate. But it is. When I sat in my health classes in school and biology, and I didn't realize that that was something that, you know, we would be fighting over. If men and women can't get along and keep reproducing, there's not gonna be anybody around to produce anything. You're not gonna have goods and services because there's not gonna be anybody here. We're already kind of facing that with our demographical problem. And as time goes on, like we're already seeing it, there's a massive labor shortage right now because there's not enough kids, new, younger generation coming into the workforce to take these jobs. So our economy survives on growth. And the only way we can grow is if there's people there to do these jobs. We're in a really, really rough place. If people can't figure out a way to get along with one another because we're fighting over who's gonna piss in the right bathroom, we're gonna have some serious fucking problems. There is an agenda to literally demonize young men in this country. Being a man is not something you should be ashamed of. Being a fucking pussy is something that you should be ashamed of, but that's what they want you to be. They want men to be these powerless, docile bitches that can just be run over and pushed over by anybody. But there needs to be more people that can push back on this. And I don't think there's enough people online that are taking it upon themselves to show young men that, hey, not only is it okay to be a young man, but you need to be a strong man. You should be somebody that they fear. You should be well versed in hand-to-hand combat. You should own a gun. You should know how to use a gun. You should know how to make a lot of money. You need to know how to be well-rounded in every aspect of your life. That is what we need, is more men like that and more women like that. You know, we need to get everybody on the same page to some degree, or else we're not going to be around much longer. And that day is going to come a lot faster than people think. That's why I started this channel. That's what Garbage to Gold is all about. That's what Joe Davis is all about. We're going to keep pumping out as much content as we possibly can. Show you guys how to do real estate, how to do business, how to take good care of your body, how to be a good all-around human being, a good dad. Share with you some of the things that I do to be a good dad and some of the mistakes that I've made as a father. I'm gonna keep pushing out as much content as I possibly can. I hope you guys keep watching, so make sure that you subscribe and share this video with as many people as you possibly can, because we're gonna keep it pushing. So I hope you guys are ready.